and welcome back again to our Tuesday evening Shamanic journey, number 46, to gratitude. An interesting subject for us to think about in our lives and how we as human beings experience a lot of hurts and pains in our lives and the old wounds that exist. And naturally, we don't want to use the past as an excuse, but we want to bring some light into the darkness of the past in order for us to understand why we do some of the things that we do. As it relates to gratefulness or our grace for things, you know, many times we saw things at home, or we handle situations in the way that we were exposed to the way adults, the parents in our lives, handle things. And so many times, for example, in my life, I can speak. I knew that actually I didn't think that my parents were able to receive. They didn't know how to receive gifts. They didn't know how to show that they didn't want to be in a state of gratefulness of that they were getting something. And so thank you, Joe. I see it over here. And so for me, the subject of gratefulness and being gracious was a difficult thing for myself as well, because it meant a lack of trust. It was a matter of me actually opening my heart and being courageous enough and letting go. In other words, releasing judgment that we have on ourselves and others, and letting go of the past as it was. So in other words, this is where, like, the leaning into whatever fear or judgments that I had, or I'm sure you have as well. And when we expand upon and understand the need to trust and to let go, we then really open our heart space, and we bring it forward out of resistance and into a state more of surrender. And when we bring ourselves into a state of surrender, then we're able to then focus in on the word gratitude, which is what we're discussing today. And so gratitude plays an important role, right, in expanding the heart. Gratitude is the gateway for us to unlock our heart, and expressing gratitude as much as possible, right, encourages a shift from our perspective from lack, scarcity, and like a low vibration into the sense of being more thankful and appreciative. And there are like emotional and physical benefits from it. You know, we raise our vibration to a higher level, which increases our energy. Instead of being in the past, we become more in the present, in the positive emotions themselves. You know, there's many different benefits for it. For example, even physiological, that when we're more grateful, we increase our levels of DHEA, which is a hormone that makes us feel good, produces muscle, keeps us young. And then when we're not in a sense of graciousness or gratefulness, then we wind up experiencing more cortisol in our bloodstream. And that cortisol creates a lot of inflammation, creates depression, and it creates a lot of side effects that we can curtail by being more grateful. And it's not a matter of everything that we do that's new is we're uncomfortable with. It's not natural. You know, even when we try to manifest, if you've ever tried to manifest, it's not a natural phenomenon to say, I want this and this is what's going to happen. Initially, what we really do is, in terms of manifestation, we have to clear away the blocked emotions, the programming that we received, and then bring in the new. As it relates to being grateful, we have to do the same thing as well. We have to clear away any programming that we received from the past and let go of it and open our heart and surrender, as I mentioned before. When we do that, we raise our vibration and we put ourselves in a greatest state of emotional and physical health. So when we focus in on gratitude, right, we can help improve us. It helps improve our self-worth. And, you know, there are many ways that we can do this. You know, you could look, for example, for like the simplest things in your life to be grateful for. So you could start off by just saying you have a bed, that you have a house, that you have food. You take simple steps in order to open yourself up to that feeling of being able to be grateful. And as I mentioned earlier, we block ourselves as not feeling worthy of things. And then therefore we can't externalize and see the outside world as being friendly to us or being grateful to it for what it's giving us. But again, if we take the tiny steps and look at the world around us, again, the simple things, like I said, the bed, the food, the house, and then if we can think of somebody in our life that has been there to help us, to communicate with us, to help us, to guide us in our lives, or who has been in our lives to help us. If we do something kind, we spread love, but we also spread gratefulness around us, and therefore we feel good about ourselves. So there are different things we can do that we could pay attention to. Just being in nature, the fact that we have oxygen, the fact that we have trees, the fact that we have the ability to do the things we do, that we have the money to get the simplest things, not the luxuries. Everything else thereafter becomes more of a complicated thing. But if we look at the smallest details of our lives and we show a sense of appreciation for them, then we wind up feeling a sense of self-worth, a better feeling for ourselves. And there are obviously meditations a person can do to stimulate the sense of gratefulness. But the simple fact of just sitting quietly and feeling what you're grateful for or what you need to be grateful for is a key component towards our physical and emotional health. All right, what I'd like to do today is I'd like to do a drumming session, a journey through the path that we normally take to our spirit animal. And therefore, we will try to find the information of what you need to be grateful for or what you can be grateful for that you're not seeing. You'd be surprised as you do these journeys. A lot of information gets passed through the unconscious mind, past the ego, and into the conscious level, where then you have new information to assimilate and to use in your life. Joe, thanks for joining me and commenting here. I found crystals and stones from connected with the sky, the birds, and the trees. It's been a good week. Excellent. Very good. Thank you. So what we'll do is we'll journey right now to our spirit animal to receive some information that you can use in order to assist yourself in finding what you need to be grateful for or what you want to be grateful for that you're not getting. And again, the matter of surrendering ourselves to a situation and just listening and being in a state of receptivity, of allowing yourself to receive information, is probably the best thing that we can do when we do these journeys. All right, so I'd like you to take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. And if you can find a place to lie down, cover your eyes and get comfortable. Obviously not operating any heavy machinery. And we'll go on a guided journey to gratefulness. We're on a path near a beach. The beach is empty. It's early in the morning. And this path runs parallel to the ocean line. And as we walk on this path, we smell the salty air. To the left and right of us are beautiful palm trees that blow softly in the wind. The sky is blue and the sun is shining. As we walk barefoot on the sandy trail, we can feel the earth beneath us. And as we walk further on the trail, we find ourselves deeper into this tropical forest on this path. Smells and sights are different than the pine forests we've walked on before. And as we walk on this path, up ahead we see a cave. seeing the light at the end. And as we come out of the other side of the cave, we see a spirit animal. What animal do you see? When you get nearer, you ask the question, what is it that I need to be grateful for? Listen for the answer. Take a deep breath in, and you thank the animal, any information that it was passed onto you. And you turn back through the cave. And as you come to the cave, you see the light at the other side that you initially took. And you walk back out into the tropical forest. You think about the information that you just received. Sun shines on your face. As you continue on the path, you're back on your original, the one lined up next to the shore of the ocean. And as you walk this path, the ocean is to the right. You can see it through the trees. As you walk ahead, there's a big palm tree. You stop in front of it on the left, and you put your hands around it. And you exchange energy as this palm tree absorbs the energy from you. You and nature combined in one. You take a deep breath in and you release. And you walk off the path. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale. Move your fingers, move your toes. Shrug your shoulders. And when you're ready, come back into the room and open your eyes. Okay. So as we journey today on journey number 46 to what we're grateful for, finding gratefulness in our life, one of the difficult things to do in terms of having gratitude, but it's an important role, right, in expanding our heart. The gratitude is the gateway to unlocking the heart, and when we express it as much as possible, it encourages a shift in us from a low vibration to a high vibration. We expand. And when we expand, when we have gratitude, we're feeling much better about ourselves. You know, science proves it itself in terms of the chemistry of our body improves once we're more grateful for things. So it doesn't have to be the major things in our life that we have to pick apart in order to dissect to feel gratitude towards something. If we just wake up every morning and we're grateful that we have a room, a bed, a house, food, the simple things. And if we take it from there and then we expand upon it to nature, to the air we breathe, and to the water that we have, then we can wind up expanding ourselves to understanding that we have all that we really need. And all the luxuries that we try to accrue in our life sometimes are important for us, but they become things that we wind up chasing away from our own gracefulness or graciousness or gratitude about life. So hopefully this week or today, hopefully you received some information. Maybe you could share it in the comment section afterwards, because sometimes it doesn't always show up, or I don't see the chat as much because obviously I'm drumming. But if you can comment in the section below and share what animal you saw and the information that it passed on, that would be great and helpful. Also, so I want to thank you for joining me this evening. and giving me the opportunity. And I'm gracious. I want to send my gratitude to you for joining me and being here present with me. And hopefully you'll be here next week, next Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock for our next journey. Thank you for the people who've been here. Jacqueline, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone else who joined. I can't see all the stuff in the comments, but have a great evening and good night.